Right guys, it's me again with the crane. Sorry, I have to... every time I click on my phone to start recording, the camera sort of zooms in and I lose the picture. That's why every time I press record on my camera, you see me moving the bloody camera. So I apologise for that. Anyway, right, back with the crane. This is almost finished. I would say 99% finished. Oh no, 95% finished. I've got to do some damage onto the actual crane arm, a bit more detail work down here, and a bit more work around this part here. Just 2 secs. And yeah, so I need to do some more detail work down here, and I need to do a little bit of detail work here. I've got some plans for some exhausts to come up here from all the mechanics that are inside this crane. Okay, I'm going to come over here so I can spin it round. Right, so obviously this crane is controlled by knobs. You can't really buy knobs that don't have anything in their hands, which is annoying. So I decided, just, you know what, I'm just going to arm them and have them stood there as if they're battling away on the ship, because they're not going to really be using the crane during the model's display sort of thing, because the plane's going to be on the ship. The whole point in this crane is to pick the boat or the airplane from the water and put it back onto the skids, which I'll show you in a bit. And I've still got a bit more work to do on some of the detail work, some of these rollers. I want it to look like the whole model's flowing, if that makes sense. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove them off there because I'm going to be moving this about and I don't want them to fall off and distract the video. So again, the chain is the same design as what I use on the other models. That you should, if you don't know, then go back and watch my other videos, because I explain about the chain. I also give credit to the person that I've copied this chain from, which was Craig. Craig is a fantastic modeler, and he basically did this chain and taught me how to do it. And I'm very, very grateful to Craig for doing that, because he, like I said, he's an absolute fantastic modeler. All right, and if you don't know who Craig is, well, again, go look at my videos. I'm pretty sure I explain who Craig is in the other ones and give him lots and lots of credit. So go watch my other videos and then you'll find out. So in my head, how does this all work? Well, I completely fucked it up to start off with, because I had plans that, if you look at the... Let me just pan the camera up. If you look at here, these are pistons. So this part of the crane there goes in and out using these pistons. And this part of the crane here, we're using these pistons, goes in and out as well. Doesn't it? No, it doesn't, because I put that bracket there. And now, if you want that to go in, it's not going to go in because there's a bloody bracket there. But however, do you know what? I'm not concerned. As long as it looks good, you know, the function of it is... You know, if with enough orc willpower, it'll get pulled past that. That's all I'm going to say. Because that's what people use when they build models that don't look right. They say, well, with orc willpower, it'll work. So yes, with a bit of orc willpower, it will work. So these are the controllers for the 2 chains. And probably one of them will control this going left and right, and one of them will control that going in and out. Okay, and then the other control will control this chain going up and down, sorry, going in and out. So that basically, this chain here pulls this in and also let it swing normal. So you can pull it in and out. So you get a little bit of movement with that chain. And then the main chain, which is that one there, that lets the chain go up and down. So all the gubbins are inside here. So all this chain and that goes inside here onto massive rollers into the bow of the ship. That is what is in my head. I've got some plans to put some wires on here, so it just doesn't look right at the moment. It doesn't look like nothing's, you know, controlling it. So I've got some plan to put a bit of wire in here, and have the wire come up here somehow lock it up here somehow. Maybe I might have a drum up here for the wire to come up and down on. Also, it looks like the wire comes up and down on, and the drum sits here, and then the wires come down here and down here. That might end up being a bit too complicated, and I know I always say attention to detail, the devil is in the detail and all that lot. But I don't know whether I'm going to do it yet or not. I'm still, you know, I'm still contemplating whether to go ahead and do it or not. But I really want this to look so overcomplicated. But however, when you look at it, you're going to think, wow, look at that. And this is the back part of the ship. And I'm building this now, and it's the back part of the ship, and it's got the most bloody detail. Because when I enjoy building something, it really reflects in the model when I really enjoy building something. Don't get me wrong, I really did enjoy building the ship, but oh my god, this is so much fun to build. And you know what? You won't believe this. I started building this 3 days ago, right? And I do maybe 2 hours a night. So this here, and I know I'm probably going to get slagged off in a minute. But I think, if I sit here and work it out, I started it Tuesday. So this has taken me, I think, 10 hours. This has taken me 10 hours to build this crane, how it is here. These chains took the longest to build, because you have to cut out every individual link, chop it up, cut the corners off, and then stick it down. Then I have to cut up every single individual rivet as well that goes on the chain. Then you have to build it together, and you have to make it look like it goes round there, and with the dip in there, so the chain looks like it's, you know, it's slack a little bit. And yeah, so I built this in 10 hours. So I think I did a really good job, and I love this part as well. I'm building one of them kill blaster tanks for Trev. For our website, we're building one of them, and I've built this contraption here for the kill blaster tank as well. That's the back of the tank. It's part of the engine compartment bit of the tank, and I loved it so much. I thought, you know what, I want to build it again from scratch in part of my for one of my models. So I built it again, and I've stuck it here. I've done it a little bit differently, like, because it's easier for me to build onto this than it is to build it separately for Trev to cast, because like I said, it's I can build quite freely here because he's not casting this, but when I build it for Trev, I've got to make sure that he's able to cast it, which, believe it or not, is actually sometimes very difficult, considering I know nothing about casting. One day I'm going to go down and meet Trev, and we're going to get together, have a few beers, and he's going to show me what goes into casting and stuff, and then I'll have a better idea. So yeah, so that's the crane, guys, and it's freaking awesome. And I'm going to quickly get the boat in shot, and I'm going to show you what it looks like on the boat. So I'm going to put that around there. You're not looking yet. It's a big surprise. Here it comes. Are you ready? Right. So that's the crane on the back of the boat there. So I'm going to try and come round. Ooh, that's knocking my cup of tea over. There we go. So that's the crane there. So remember, guys, this crane is designed to just all this crane is for on this boat is to pick the plane up out of the water and put it back onto the skid thing. That's all it's there for. There's no other reason for this crane. But however, I wanted to make it so elaborate, so complicated, and you know, utterly ridiculous, because this is an orc ship, remember? So it's got to be ridiculous. It has to be ridiculous, and it is ridiculous. All that going on there for just this here to pick that up out of the water. So there you go. And that's it. that's the crane. So I'm going to do a little bit more detail work in a minute on the crane, and then hopefully I'm going to get it painted. Then I'm going to start weathering the ship. Then I'm going to get the crew sorted as well. I need to go buy a box of buoys, so I can get them onto the ship as well, because at the moment I've only got about 10 grots, two knobs, and one of them grot buoys that control them. I've got grot herder, is he called a grot herder? So I've got a grot herder, and I need to find a captain as well. So I need to find a good model of a captain. So if anyone's got any suggestions of what I can use, where I can get one from, let me know in the comments, and then I'll go and have a look at one. And I also still need to get a name for the ship. I've not named it yet. You're supposed to name it before you sail it, aren't you? So, or else it's really bad luck. So I need to get a name for the ship. I've had a few suggestions made to me, and I'm quite happy with some of the suggestions actually. I'm not going to say anything just yet, but yeah. So that's it. Right, guys, that's it. That's another video. You're gonna get, that's 2 uploads now you're gonna have in one day. So you're being treated, and that's basically how far I am now with the ship. So there you go, looking really, really cool, if I'm honest. But I say that about a lot of my models. God, I'm so vain. Right, guys, that's it. I will speak to you later. Enjoy, have fun.